That's recording.
This shirt. Why did I wear this shirt?
But you can always take it off if you want.
I'd rather not.
The internet will love it. And here we go. It's a genre conversation. The conversation amongst friends about the films and their genres. Today, Thomas Bushloff is here, as always, joined by Michael and Caitlin from Sunset Rising and Blue Booth Studios, respectively. Or actually the other way around, not respectively, anti-respectively. Is that the term?
You've screwed up. Just move on.
How are you today, Michael?
Well, I had the most interesting time watching Tom fail at getting our recording to work today.
Why is
That took about half an hour. Mind you, we're 40 minutes late for recording.
Why is it that like the Apple product is literally like hard, is like trying to dig for gold like with the spoon? Like literally, it is like the worst thing in the entire world.
Because it doesn't function unless it's the center of attention.
Yeah, this is exactly what Apple is. It does not function unless it's the center of attention.
At
So
least it was
WordPress
free.
crap.
Yeah, you might as well just go buy a PC.
Oh,
For the
please don't.
result to go buy a PC, Audacity will actually work with my PC.
Well, I have Audacity on mine.
Audacity doesn't actually work the way like it does on the PC though. It doesn't record, I'm pretty sure.
It does.
It does?
I'm pretty sure that would be a major design oversight.
Yeah.
We have to try that next week. The recording software
Look
that
forward to a
doesn't record.
new recording system next week.
The recording software that
Look,
doesn't
I'll
record.
talk to my composer. She knows a crap load of sound
Sound?
stuff.
Okay. That's good.
I only
Anyways,
know about video.
Technical terms, clearly.
obviously. Sound and and video and
Video's mean.
the noise and the pictures.
We have a problem.
We have a problem.
What's the problem?
Our green screen is a bit short.
I realized that. I have to
You
bring
only
another
listen
green
to sound.
screen in. So, worst comes to worst, at least we have a background that's color instead of
That's
white.
true. It is an
So,
improvement.
Yeah, we're getting better. So next week, look forward to better green screen.
Yay!
Maybe, potentially.
I have 15 of those. We could cover this entire room with green screen.
Why do you have 50?
Because I bought 15 twin sheets and 2 packs of dye, throw it all in the wash, and you have green screens.
Anyways, we're not here to talk about
That's
green
pretty
screen. This
smart.
is not the green screen podcast. This is the genre conversation. And what genre are we looking at this week, Caitlin?
Zambies.
Zambi movies.
Zambies.
The Zambi movies.
It's not zombies.
Zambies.
After
Zambi
Brad
movies.
Pitt. Zambies.
Zambies.
Apparently there's a difference.
Zambies.
I can't. Is it Brad Pitt or Eric Cartman who says Zambies?
I'm pretty sure it's Eric Cartman.
Well, I like Brad Pitt too because he says like Nazis. So we're gonna be Zambies.
I'm pretty sure that Brad Pitt doesn't say Zambies. I'm pretty sure that's a South Park thing.
Well, Nazis, Zambies.
I'm just going to shake my head now.
Nazi Zambies.
Well, what's that game? Call of Duty. Isn't it?
Nazi Zambies.
Yeah, Nazi Zambies.
From space. Coming
No,
soon.
that's the new
Coming soon. Rated R.
Talking about rated R.
Anyways, this week we are looking at Night of the Living Dead.
It's a movie. It's considered a classic one.
No. What are the other two films, Michael? That was what I was pointing at you.
Oh, he's not very clear.
How am I supposed to be clear?
Michael's the kind of person who needs a neon sign and then you possibly consider it.
Ah, yeah, like that.
You may have gotten the wrong movie. But next one we have is Dead Alive.
And then I chose Shaun of the Dead, which is a great choice.
You are all ridiculous.
That's why
Anyway,
we're here.
anyways,
That's why you hired us.
that is very true. Anyways,
Speaking of which, where's my pay?
you
Yeah,
don't get
God
paid,
damn it, Michael.
You just said you hired us. What the hell?
But Michael, I meant Tom.
I'm sorry. This is in your contract. He'll pay.
I don't care who pays me. I
I
want
don't have a
I
contract.
paid you. I paid you.
Why are we here?
Why are we here? Screw
I'm
this!
not done.
Okay. Anyways, on that note, let's jump into Michael. You're laughing. Your laughter is so
We need
infectious.
to talk
It just
about
makes
the
me wanna
things we've
laugh.
done this week.
Yes, that's
The things
one of
we
my
got-
many
The
talents.
things we watched outside of the podcast and Love and Other Stuff. Okay, so Love and Other Stuff. Michael, did you have anything for Love and Other Stuff this week? No?
Actually, yes.
Oh, you did.
cheap
I
bastard.
love how it's
You keep
always
trying to
like-
cut me off.
I love how this is what happens every time for the podcast. For people who don't know, off pod. I was like, Michael, do you have something? Like, what's that thing again? And so I always assume you don't have anything, and then you do have something every week, and it's always a surprise for me.
It's just one of those many ways in which I intend to surpass your expectations.
Every day. This is why you're here, Michael.
In
you
bed.
surpassed- You surpassed my expectations.
I don't know why I'm here.
I know why you're here. You're here to beat up on Thomas.
Is that one then, or?
But speaking of derailing this episode any further, what I went into this week was the Devil May Cry anime,
Ooh.
which was quite short. It's 12 episodes.
Well,
And it's dark, which was nice.
Well, that's what Devil May
Quite
Cry-
violent.
Which is what Devil May Cry should be.
Yeah. Quite bloody.
Which is what Devil May Cry should be.
Exactly.
Do I need to go any further?
Well, it's pretty much what you'd think when you think Devil May Cry. There's this guy with swords and guns, and
Dante.
lots of shit blows up, and it's kind of awesome, and there's blood everywhere. So if you like Devil May Cry, you'll probably like the anime. Well, that just means you're a failure. We'll educate you later.
What?
Um,
Wasn't listening to you at all.
We're having our own conversation here. Screw what you're saying. Anyway, you were saying?
You know, I have this experience so often. But anyway, yeah, it's a lot of fun. The only interesting thing is that I don't think Dante gets hurt until the last episode, which is kind of impressive.
Wait, so the character's name is actually Dante?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
That's why
Literally, you were paying attention.
Oh, okay. I thought. Oh,
Get it?
okay. I get it now. Oh, okay. Never mind. Keep going. Keep going.
It's just a very strange way to build
I was
conflict
lost.
when your main character never gets
I
injured.
was lost. But now I'm found.
Yes, you are. I'm not sure why you're quoting Amazing Grace in the middle of talking about Devil May Cry, but yeah, fun little anime. Not the best thing I've ever seen, but enjoyable.
It was good.
Yeah,
That's good.
would watch again.
Caitlin, you made it out to the theater this week.
I made it out to the theater last
Caitlin
night.
made out with the theater?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
It
the
was
theater
good.
was theater's pretty good. Not
The
gonna lie.
taste was of butter popcorn, and
Oh,
it's disappointing.
Ew, that sounds
But,
gross.
uh,
that part sounds
Disappointed.
delicious.
That sounds about normal.
Yeah.
No, yesterday I went to go see A Million Ways to Die in the West, and I was texting them before I went to see it, and I was saying that I was going to try and write an article on this, but I don't know if you can expect an article from me from this movie, because I never really got the chance to enjoy it without feeling incredibly awkward in the theater, sitting there, because the movie was written, starred, and directed, produced, whatever, everything's by Seth MacFarlane. And for those of you who don't know Seth MacFarlane, you're probably too young, so don't go see this movie. For those of you who do know who Seth MacFarlane is, you could expect very, very crude humor for this film, and he
Oh,
doesn't.
good.
He
So it
doesn't.
sounds like rubbish.
Oh, Michael, you would love this movie.
Yeah, Michael, this
Are
might be
you
your
sure?
favorite
I,
movie.
Are
I
you
was going to
sure?
say, Michael, when I was sitting there, the
No,
first thing I
Michael-
thought of was, this is the first,
As
this
much
is
as-
the movie you would love.
No, as much
My
as Michael,
humor is very
as
sophisticated.
much as Michael likes to make like dick jokes 24/7, Michael actually doesn't like seeing dick jokes in movies.
It's really
Very
funny,
funny.
though. But I just had a really awkward experience because parents brought their 10-year-old children to this 14A movie, and when the only people in the theater who are laughing are people who definitely haven't hit puberty and are laughing at sex jokes, it's incredibly awkward for everybody else in the theater, and I could feel the ambience was just awkward, and all the, like, I'm pretty sure I was sitting with my friend and we were both looking at each other going, we should walk out.
No, I think you
Just
should
awkward.
execute those parents because clearly
Well,
they
yeah.
have no idea what they're doing.
I was horrified to
Their
see
parenting
those
was 10 out
children.
of 10, right? Like,
Well,
it was,
No, their parenting was execution
There's like
worthy.
0 out of
Think
10.
about that.
Not.
You should not bring your children to that movie. I do not care of any circumstance. If you want to go see that movie with your significant other, get a babysitter. Just leave them at home. Don't see this movie with your children. You will feel like a terrible human being, as I did, and I was
Well, I'd
a
hope they
parent.
would.
It was incredibly awkward to sit there, but other than that, it was a pretty enjoyable movie. Like,
So was the movie good besides the actual like experience of the
It
theater
was-
itself?
it was definitely, like, I can only describe it as like a very Seth MacFarlane movie, and that
Okay.
it was very crude humor. There was a lot of racist jokes. There was like, it was a decent movie. It was not what I expected it to be because I didn't know he wrote the movie. I just knew he was in it.
I heard the movie was very heartfelt. Was it like
Heartfelt?
Well, I heard that somebody like he tried really hard with the film. Like there are moments that where it's like a long Western process, or is that just complete bunk?
I could see elements of a Western in it. I didn't.
Elements
I
of a
wouldn't-
Western.
Well, I couldn't.
It has
So
Liam Neeson.
there was a sunset.
Yeah,
there
he
were
rode
guns.
He rode off into a
The
sunset.
Old
There was
West.
shooting. There was
There was a horse.
people died. A lot.
Oh, gee, well that's different from so many other movies.
I know.
That's
So
like
And even our romantic
wow.
comedies are filled with people dying these
There
days.
was-
Wait, what about Bambi?
there were sheep in it. A lot of them.
Lots of sheep.
Yeah.
Bambi.
Bambi, no.
Bambi's mom.
Bambi, no.
It's
True.
got it going on.
Now that is a. That was a song I was not expecting.
I know it might be wrong.
I'm in love with Bambi's mom.
Oh god, that may have been the worst thing ever uttered
What
by
just
human beings.
happened?
If I was to no longer title these by what the genre is, but rather what we quote, like random quotes from the episode.
Bambi's mom.
Bambi's mom.
Yeah, that would be the title.
Why aren't you? We would get many more views that way.
Because Zambies actually tells them what the genre is. They're not going to know what the episode is based off of Bambi's mom.
Who cares? Are they going to click the button? Would you click a link that said Bambi's mom?
Has got it going on? Maybe.
Yeah, you would.
You
I
probably
would.
You wouldn't
probably
care
admit
what it was
pretentious
about.
douchebags, though, which is exactly what we are. So it's all good.
Anyway, though, my recommendation for back on topic, my recommendation for this film, if
Is
you
to be
like
on
Seth
top.
MacFarlane, go see this movie. You might enjoy it. It wouldn't have. I'm not sure I'd watch it again, and don't bring your kids to this movie, please. Don't do it.
Shaming.
That's
Shaming you right
shaming.
now.
Public shame.
No.
That's
For those
shame.
two sets of parents who brought their children to this film,
You're like 0 out of 10.
yeah, but that's
0 to 10.
terrible parenting.
Just would not parent again.
Should not parent again.
0 out of 10. Parents from Odd Life of Timothy Green.
Yopo, you only parent once.
Yopo.
Yopo.
Yopo. Good. Yeah, so you got a star rating out of 5.
You didn't ask me, poser.
Because yours is a TV show. You can't rate a TV show out of 5.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, well, what do you rate
each
your TV
episode?
show?
Episode 1 was what was it out of 5? Episode 2 what was it out of 5? Episode 3. You're not doing fast enough, Michael.
Would you rate each scene in the movie how it was out of 5? No, you'd rate the whole thing.
Okay, rate the whole thing then.
I'm going to say about a 3.5.
Fantastic.
It's enjoyable and violent, but it could have done more.
Mine was a 2.
Okay. But was that mostly like take out the experience? Would it still be a 2?
It would still be a 2.
Okay,
The movie
so-
itself was a 2. The experience was a 1.
Okay, so it was like, so the movie was still not good. But
It is what it is.
It was an okay film. It wasn't what I expected it to be. I thought it could have been a lot better without all the crude jokes, but it wouldn't be Seth MacFarlane if it wasn't.
That's
So
very true. Yeah, so I guess I got to finish up here then.
You do, actually.
I do, don't I? So this week I saw something recent released by I can't remember her name now, but
Good
she's
job.
the mom of she's the mom of the Gyllenhaal kids, Jake and Maggie.
That means
Gyllenhaal.
nothing to me.
Gyllen-
no,
really?
it doesn't even.
You guys don't- you don't know who Jake Gyllenhaal is?
No. At least give me some credit in that I
Face
don't
desk, face
know.
desk.
Let me just remind you, Tom, that I didn't know who Roger Ebert was when we started this. So
Okay, that still makes me face desk. That
I
makes me
know.
cry.
That was like the worst moment in the history of life. That you didn't know who Roger.
I'm cute. I get by.
Anyways, yeah, that's very true.
This is not how you start a movie review series.
Yeah, so I saw. I think their mom's name.
I've
is Naomi.
researched.
I think their mom's name is Naomi. I can't remember what her previous credit was. She was a credit for writing on one of Cameron Crowe's projects. She had a movie called Very Good. No, not Naomi Watts.
I don't know. I'm
Naomi
naming it
Gy-
Naomi.
Naomi Gyllenhaal.
Holy
Something-
crap, you've
something
gone
Gyllenhaal.
over a minute and you haven't said what you're actually talking about
I
yet.
know! This is hurting me. Anyways, the film I saw was a film called Very Good Girls. It stars Dakota Fanning and Elizabeth
Sounds
Olsen.
like a porn.
I know it does sound like a porn, and guess what, Michael? The plot will be very reminiscent of a porno. It's about these girls. They decide they make a pact to lose their virginity, and then like every virginity pact movie, it ends up where one ends up actually losing their virginity. It doesn't tell the other, and it escapades into a whole bunch of shenanigans. Michael has done a face test now. That's that one for him.
You will not see me ever do a face desk.
This is just
It'll happen.
Too good for face desk.
It'll happen.
You're just too strong, Kaden.
I'm very good at
Too
controlling myself.
Can't stop you. Too good. Can't stop. Won't stop.
Don't stop till you get enough.
Hashtag.
And my faith in humanity just plummeted.
You do realize this is a whole genre, right, Michael?
This does not need to be a genre. This does not even need to be a film.
I don't want to hear it. Like, let me just explain. Like, the movie itself was not good
No, really.
mostly because.
Tell me why.
Mostly because the movie just didn't actually have any like clue about the people happening. Like, you couldn't get any emotional weight behind it. It's supposed to be this like character journey for Dakota Fanning's character, and then there's no emotional weight behind any of it. So it's basically you're just watching people kind of be despicable towards each other.
Ah.
Oh,
And
good. So it's a drama, but without drama.
Yeah, pretty much. And it has Richard Dreyfuss, which made me laugh out loud when I said, "Oh my god, it's Richard Dreyfuss."
I just awarded
hard.
this 1 star for failing in its central purpose.
I gave it 2 out of 5.
You were
It was
generous.
actually the worst movie I'd seen from 2014 to this point. So,
And why does it get a 2?
because it was not good, but it wasn't the worst thing ever.
Well, if you only award 1 to the worst thing ever, you're only ever going to award 1 once.
I don't
which
give
is
out a
pointless.
lot of 1s and 0s, Michael. I
But
give
when
out
I do.
2s.
No, because
The only thing
clearly you
that
don't give
the-
out zeros
The
at
only
all.
thing that
You
gets
suck.
the only thing that gets a half a star is like the live action Scooby Doo. That is the
Oh,
No,
God.
you need to shut up. You just said that 1 star was only for the worst thing ever, but then you have a slot 0.
I just thought half a star. Sorry. So
That
1
makes
star,
no sense.
Anywhere between 1 star to half a star doesn't happen very often.
I challenge this.
Because I don't think that just because something failed in terms of premise or in terms of morals, I don't think it's bad as much as something that was just completely awful.
Well, sure, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about a movie that sets out to be a drama and fails in eliciting any feeling of drama in you, which
Yeah, but Elizabeth Olsen's
is a
pretty good.
failure on a very fundamental level.
But it's still a
But
movie,
Elizabeth
so
Olsen-
you get a story.
But Elizabeth Olsen is pretty good.
Bullshit.
But Elizabeth Olsen is pretty good, so that gives it 2 stars. I also went on a big Nolan kick for this other thing I'm doing with a friend. I am currently co-starring on a podcast called Fantasy Movie Pod for Sunset Rising Productions, and we did an episode on Christopher Nolan. And so I went back and got to rewatch Inception and The Dark Knight Rises. Inception is like the greatest movie ever. That's like a 5-star movie, and Dark Knight Rises is okay. So that's pretty much like in hindsight.
You got a good
So did you watch the entire trilogy? Then did you watch Multiplicity?
No, I'm not a big fan of Begin, so I didn't go back and rewatch that. I did go back and rewatch Dark Knight though.
I shake my head at you.
Not a big fan of Begins.
I'm just shaking
Not a
my
big
head
fan.
at you
Not a big
because I
fan.
can.
Not a big fan. Not a big fan. Do you want me to say it again? Not a big fan. I don't think I said not a big fan enough.
I don't think you did.
No, I don't think so either. On that note, that ends Love and Next Up. Let's move into Zambi movies.
Zen.
Zambies.
Zambitastic.